Welcome back, Rebels.
Hey y'all, we're back for part 4.
Quattro.
I believe, I don't know, it'll be listed in the title, but we're back to continue. So we're just gonna again pick right back off where we left off.
It's usually the best way, ain't it?
Okay, yeah. So
also, I just realized who Stephen A. Smith was. I had to look it up.
Yeah, we took a little intermission and we actually looked him up.
He's the dude I thought it was. Yep.
So
and he looks like how the Boondocks represented Uncle Tom's.
Yeah. He actually does fit that quite perfectly.
Oreo.
It's actually quite scary. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost like truth is really stranger than fiction.
Yeah. Shit. Well said. Let's get on with it.
In supporting one of the most racist events in American history, which was the desegregation of America's schools.
By the way, this is going to be the longest part 4, just like the longest part 1. Mm-hmm. We're going to complete it.
Okay, we're just going to sit all the way through.
We're going to ride through, and you're going to be here
20
with
minutes
us.
left. That's
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe.
We're going to be stopping it. So
he shouldn't be held accountable. Stephen A. says, since this happened 65 years ago, he should get a pass.
How many lashes for Stephen A. Smith?
Stephen A. is probably up to 150,000 lashes right now for his coney. But listen, if Jerry Jones get a pass because he's 14, why didn't Emmett Till get a pass? He was 14. Tamir Rice, Ohio, he was 12. Where his pass at? What about the brother in Gulfport, Mississippi? 2 months ago, Jaheim Jalen, I'm forgetting his name, shot in the head coming out of a dollar store with his hands up. Where was his pass? Trayvon was 17. Where was his pass? Look at all the young black boys who are tried as adults in America's prisons right now serving time in adult prisons under the age of 17. Where they pass at, Stephen A? Why are we protecting privileged white men? And you know what makes it so sad? Jerry Jones don't even have to defend himself. He got black men who will jump up. Did you see Michael Irvin? This Uncle Remus? Michael Irvin says, he wasn't at the front of the line. So because he wasn't at the...
I don't know who they are. Well, I guess...
I mean,
Google it.
Here's the thing. I can jump out, but it's like he's in a flow state.
Yeah, I don't want to get away from here. Maybe we can add clips or something and post.
Yeah, post. I'm about to just put clips in.
Yeah.
Sorry, he was actually in the flow state because again, we haven't watched this.
Yeah, this is all live reaction.
This is in real time as far as you watching it with us.
We're all watching it together for the first time right now.
I mean, if you've seen it before, I mean, great, but it's like right now because fuck, he's. I got a little more respect for Umar now.
Yeah,
dude, I do.
Umar's been that guy. He just has been a little slow with the school and stuff. That's kind of what.
Well, he said he got scammed.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate.
So if that's true, and if you've been scammed before, it's hard to recover sometimes.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunate. So I'm glad that he was still able to keep on keeping on, and he's here now.
Yep. Here we go.
The front of the line, he less racist than the ones who's at the front. Oh, he don't look like the guy with the cigarette in his mouth. Jerry Jones is a righteous man and a great man. All white people were that way back in the day. This is Michael Irvin. All white people were that way back in the day, so we supposed to get Jerry Jones a pass. There's nothing worse.
How many lashes for Michael Irvin?
Michael Irvin get about 5,000 lashes. No black man should ever volunteer himself, Stephen A. Smith and Michael Irvin, to play defense attorney for a white man. Jerry Jones ain't thinking about black folks. He has yet to speak up on social justice issues. He is a racist, and he should be forced to sell the team. But it's not going to happen. Why? Because it would take the players of the NFL to protest to force him out. And we already see that our NFL athletes and our NBA athletes don't have enough courage. They're more concerned with money than they are about the movement. And that's why I'm disappointed in Deion Sanders.
Hold on one second. I don't think there's no defense. I know. I don't think there's no defense for Jerry Jones.
He should have
and there's no defense for Stephen A. Smith.
I think he does a live stream on Twitter.
Okay. Because that was real smooth.
Yeah, nigga just said, slide.
Wow. Like, he really knows how to like, really drive a conversation.
Well, what is it called? The gift of gab?
Yeah.
Slide.
Because, wow.
Slide.
Ooh.
Slide.
Oh, my God.
Michael Irvin defending him either. Let that white man speak for himself.
I like what
y'all don't take up for black people like that. Stephen A., you threw Kyrie under the bus. Shannon Sharp, you threw Kyrie under the bus. But soon when a white man mess up, and Shannon didn't defend Jerry Jones, but Stephen did, and Michael did. Soon when a white man make a mistake, every black man in sports media want to be defense attorney for white folks, but have no problem throwing black athletes under the bus.
And I like what Jay Williams said, that,
shout out to Jay Williams.
Yeah, Jerry Jones should be forced to denounce anti-black racism.
And he hasn't.
And he should discuss what he's learned over the past 66 years.
He ain't learned nothing. He's a privileged white man. He just as racist now as he was then. Listen.
That's a soundbite right there.
He ain't learned nothing.
Oh my gosh.
I've been studying psychology my whole life. I got a doctorate in it. I got 3 master's degrees in it. I got 2 certifications in it. You know what they tell you in psychology?
What's that?
That the human personality is largely fixed by the age of 5. 5. 5. Jerry Jones was 14. If you're going to tell me that Jerry Jones is fundamentally a different person now at 80 than he was at 14, let me know what major critical life experiences Jerry Jones went through that transformed the way that he thinks. Nothing at all. People saying, well, we got to give him credit. Dak Prescott talking about, look at his resume since then. Look at his resume since then, Dak Prescott. He ain't done nothing to help black folks, and Jerry Jones ain't thinking about helping black folks.
I don't like when people say because he didn't hire a black coach, though, because just because he hired a black coach don't mean anything.
I do agree, but at least it shows you are at least concerned about how racism looks on your resume. Jerry Jones is not even concerned about how racism looks on his resume.
How many lashes should Charlemagne get for being a Cowboy fan still?
I like football.
Charlemagne.
You an Eagle?
Wrong question. It should be how many lashes should Charlemagne get for being a coon?
That's what I thought he was going to say. I'm not going to lie. I thought DJ Henry was going to go there. He did not.
That would have been points on Indy.
I know, right? But he's not going to shade his coworker like that.
Well, he threw him on the bus that one time, remember?
One time, but they learned now. Angela Yee ain't going to be there no more.
And
I think this is one of the... Angela Yee is not there anymore now. So
who's that?
It was the lady who was on the Breakfast Club. Remember, it was 2 guys.
I only know them from the incident where Charlemagne got I guess he got... What's his name? Envy? He got him like a dildo or something.
The fake ass.
That was all over Twitter. That's why I was like,
the fake ass. Yeah, I remember watching the Breakfast Club.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the extent of my knowledge of Breakfast Club, because he did something and I guess it challenged his masculinity to the point where it's like, bro, I don't like, we're not cool. Like they weren't. That was like a legit beef.
He sent him a mold of his ass, and it was a mold like color wise, it was jiggly, silicone, soft. He had literally did a mold of his ass, and then they did like a silicone mold of it, and he gifted that to DJ Envy.
Yeah, you ain't no straight man. You ain't doing that, dog.
Mind you, they're both married with children, with multiple children.
Niggas that are married be under the fucking table all the time. That ain't new.
That's not good to hear as a girl, as a woman. That is not good news.
That ain't nothing new.
That's not good news. I don't want to be hearing shit like that.
In chat. Tell me if I'm wrong. And even though I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this shit, but I believe it's called having a beard. Not a beard per se, but it's like you have like a bodyguard or something. That's what it is. It's a beard for appearances.
Interesting.
Have you not heard of this?
I've heard of it before.
That's what it is.
But I am just so concerned because it's just you know what it takes to get up to the level of marriage, right? And then for that to
I know what that's like.
So to also then be what's hiding underneath. Do you get what I'm saying? That's some bullshit.
I mean, it's just as bad as trying to get married and end up getting divorced, and she takes all your shit like you went to the casino.
I mean,
that's a gamble, nigga. That's a gamble. That's the gamble.
It really is.
It's like I can go marry abroad tomorrow if I really wanted to.
Good.
But nigga, she cashed me out, nigga. That's it.
Yeah, then you take it to the
rules are the rules unequivocally in women's favor when it comes to marriage. Period.
Sure.
The worst
in America,
the worst.
America, I'll say that.
Granted, that is true because I've only been in America.
Yeah,
I've only been in America.
It's not that case.
I don't know about that, so I'm speaking about here. That's fine. But if you're here in America, you know how these divorce laws work. Hell, divorce attorneys make a shit ton of money off the shit because they keep things going. Yeah. But my point is this. If the worst you have to worry about as a female is a nigga being gay after you done solidified it.
No. There's worse things.
AIDS, obviously.
Not even just that.
Well, you tell me what's worse than that.
Besides AIDS and other STDs and STIs.
Actually, is YouTube going to censor us? We should probably
of course they
that.
are.
We should probably censor that.
They're going to censor this whole little clip right here. They're going to probably demonetize that bitch and keep it, suppress it in the
Please
algorithm.
support the Cash App as you see below.
They're going to suppress this video. I already know. But anyhow, I'm just trying to, say it like it is. It's not only just that, because you have to understand the spiritual implications with that, right?
Oh, you're taking to the esoteric level.
Yeah, I am. Because technically, that's energy you're receiving, and then they're also it's intermingling.
No. Break it down. Break it down. I'm a toddler.
I don't know if I want to get into that on here because it's not the interview for that. This is not even. It's gonna go
fair enough.
In a different direction. We can explain that in a different direction. But yeah, it's it's not good. Just either way, the whole situation is fucked up. We hope that doesn't happen. That is irritating. That that's a thing, and we're gonna keep it pushing.
Moving forward.
Fan, you like Eagles?
Nah. I'm not watching no football, no NBA no more. I'm done.
What?
I'm officially done, brother. We cannot
been done.
Be for the black liberation struggle and support white corporations and systems that systematically practice and defend white privilege and white racism against black people.
What about all those brothers that play the
Colin
sport?
Kaepernick, what about them? They just there to get it back. They not protesting. They not doing nothing. They not building.
Some of those brothers protest.
Okay.
Not doing much.
Okay. Show me a rich athlete who built a relevant independent black institution in this country. Give me one. And let me tell you what they are. Independent school. Don't give me no charter school. Charter schools are public schools. Don't give me no charter school.
James in the school he built?
That is a public school, Indy. It has his name on it.
But LeBron speaks up for black issues.
I didn't ask you about speaking. Let me go back to my question. My question was, name me a black celebrity or entertainer who has built a relevant, independent black institution.
But is that,
school.
I agree.
Bank.
But is that the
supermarket?
That's the one,
hospital.
That's all that matters?
He checking this nigga.
He is. And Charlemagne keeps trying to talk. And it's like, shut up. He's trying to say something.
Well, it's not that. He can't even get in because he know where's your in? Honestly, where's your in?
There are none.
Even as a lackey for whoever his whip masters are. Yeah, whatever. Where's your in? Because he's hitting you with hand over fist facts. Hand over fist.
Manufacturing, it's the heart of a community, Charlemagne. Take care of the major problems we got. Just because LeBron James got in front of a microphone and undid what he did a few weeks ago, and I want to give LeBron some props. I appreciated his comments about Jerry Jones and comparing that to the way in which they tried to castrate Kyrie. Shout out to LeBron. But now LeBron, don't pull a Shannon Sharp and a Stephen A. And right after you do something positive or say something good, you take it back by going right back to the Django character. You understand? He got to be consistent. Speech is not enough when you're worth billions. To whom much is given, envy, much is expected. Required. If you a billionaire talking,
so how can y'all co-sign Kanye so much? He don't do that. Kanye
the world. People forget that billionaires have the power to change the world. Do people understand that? You cannot literally conceptualize how much a billion is. We can barely conceptualize how much 1 million is, let alone 100 million, let alone a billion, let alone multiple billions. Y'all, don't let these rich people play in your face. Come on. They're playing in your face and you guys are falling for it.
When you're worth billions. To whom much is given, envy, much is expected. If you a billionaire talking,
so how can y'all co-sign Kanye so much? He don't do that. Kanye does not pour back into the black people.
Kanye spoke a significant truth to a significant white power
but he don't pour
that
back
controls
into black people.
I agree. I just said that.
LeBron have infrastructures full of black people making
I'm going to ask you again. What institution that's relevant has been built by a black athlete or celebrity this century? I need an answer.
But you just mean this school century. Banking and
relevant.
LeBron
James started a movement against voter disenfranchisement. Walk through the streets of Brooklyn, walk through the streets of Harlem, walk through the streets of the Bronx, walk through the streets of Queens, walk through the streets of Staten Island, and ask black people, what are the top 5 problems black people have in America? I promise you, voter suppression ain't one. Voter suppression ain't one. Come on, y'all. If we want to solve our problems, we got to get serious. And black athletes have been cooning for far too long.
I think you're being hard on some of them.
They're more concerned about money than making a difference.
I know we got to go, but Deion Sanders, you were talking about Deion Sanders.
Deion.
What's your thoughts on Deion
Everybody
Sanders?
been texting me about this all week.
Talk to me about Deion. Dr. Umar.
Mind you, before you get into it, you know, Charlemagne gave Donkey today to people that would criticize him.
I know.
That's right.
And I'm coming right at him.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm coming right at him.
Let's go.
Umar ain't scared of fucking Charlemagne.
He really is not.
I think if these niggas would turn off the cameras right now, they'd probably fight. Umar probably beat the shit out of him.
I mean, you know, Charlemagne has been jumped before because of his.
I remember the video. Someone passed it around. It was on Twitter. There was a TMZ video where Charlemagne was running through the streets.
Yeah.
He got beat up, or
they said, "Can I get a drop?" or some shit, and then they were literally trying to drop his ass.
No, yeah, they decked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
More lashes.
I'm coming right at more lashes.
more lashes.
When
Now,
Deion
lashes.
Sanders.
Whips. Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't there a Kendrick song that does it? Your favorite rapper was dead. There's things called Rick and Mortis. Just like you hear the whips crack in the background.
Yeah. I don't remember which one it is.
That's Section 8.
But it is definitely Section 80. It's on Section 80. Hopefully it'll come to me soon. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it.
I know a lot of niggas and smile in my face and they talk a lot of shit and I'm talking and I'm down. I'm fucking it up, Kendrick. My bad. I'm just giving you the melody. I don't know you shit. Leave
I'm gonna have
me
to listen
alone.
to it after this video.
I'm on.
We're gonna listen to this.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Because I know I'm fucking it up, but y'all know. You know, tell me how bad I'm fucking up by leaving a comment below.
Okay.
That's how you do that one. Let me know.
Help him.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'll take that
Let's go.
Stood against Colin Kaepernick's protest in 16. I branded him a Negro peon.
He did?
Oh, what?
Yes, he did. He said he did. I saw him say it out his mouth on an interview. He said he should not have taken that knee. It was wrong. Deion Sanders. I put him in the Negro peon camp because he didn't stand with Colin Kaepernick. When I heard Deion Sanders was taking the job, I said, okay, I'm going to give him his black pass back. Because here you are, one of the top 5 greatest athletes, arguably the greatest football player ever, including Tom Brady. Deion could go down as greater than. You go to Jackson State, HBCU. That's impressive. Now I hear all of a sudden you might be leaving.
Well, so he's leaving.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. Stay with me. He's wrong. But I have 2 levels of wrong. I got a low level and I got a high. I'll explain them to you quickly. My low level. If Deion told the administration and the students and the players at Jackson State that I'm taking this job, but I need y'all to know, if something better comes along, as soon as it comes along, I may be leaving you.
He did say that.
He said that.
If he was that transparent, I didn't see that.
I played the clip the other day. He said it on 60 Minutes. He said that.
No, he said he may be leaving. He did not say he was leaving after 3 years.
No, he said that if a Power 5 school comes along,
yes.
I have to entertain it. I would be a fool not to. And Deion has
That's
always
not
been
the same.
No, Deion has always been transparent and open about what his goals were.
That is not. No, I disagree with you. He told them if it comes his way, he would have to entertain it. He never said I would leave you that soon. He never said I can be gone in 3 years.
What does it matter, though? His contract was
I'm
only
going to tell you
4.
why it matters. I'm about to tell you right now why it matters. Because he damn wrong. Now, if he told them, if I'm going to go back and study some more, but from what I seen him say, he was not that direct. But
Definitely
if he was, and that's not what I saw, so we disagree there. But if he was, he's still wrong, but it's a low level because at least you was transparent and you gave him informed consent. They knew you could leave at any time.
That's right.
Okay? Still wrong. I'm going to explain in a minute. Now, if he didn't tell them that, okay, and I'm hearing from people who know athletes on that team that they were not told it that way.
They weren't listening.
And they're upset.
Because he said that on 60 Minutes.
Okay? He didn't say it that way, Charlemagne. I saw that.
He did.
He did not. No, he didn't.
Exact
now,
quote.
if he did not do it that way, that automatically means that.
You got a comment?
No, I'm just because Charlemagne really be doing the most. But continue. Say your comment. Say your comment.
It's like I don't know when to jump in because it's kind of like I'm disagreeing with Umar on this one. Because if you're saying he's a prolific icon in sports iconography, right? And he chose to go to HBCU, period, that's a plus. That means he's leading a way to say, hey, he's taking... I don't know what he did with Jackson State. Maybe did they win? I don't even know.
I think he helped them win a few games. I think there was... I'm not exactly sure. I don't follow college football or things like that. So I don't
know. If y'all know what's going on, let us know, because if I'm understanding, he did something great for them aside from just showing up. He helped them.
I think it encouraged more people, more of the pro athletes to go there instead of going to like a PWI.
So that's a win.
Yeah.
But I guess the downside is that since
other people are not going to leave, and other people who had better opportunities at PWIs, like full ride scholarships and whatnot, left those opportunities to come there, and then he's leaving and they can't leave.
They can't just uproot.
Yeah. So that's also the downside. Like, that's probably why.
On the business side, I can see that.
Yeah. Like, as a college student, like, you signed with this you signed with this school.
And you thought he was going to be rocking with Dion.
Exactly. And now he's gone, and you're here in this school that was not really your first choice, but was, like,
Dion's
high enough.
Here.
Yeah, that you would take that risk. And here we are.
Deion Sanders used, abused, and exploited HBCU Jackson State just to be given an opportunity to show predominantly white institutions that he could coach. If he only used them as a stepping stone to getting a job at a white college, he was dead wrong. Now, let me tell y'all why this is bigger than football. Mm-hmm. What case is the Supreme Court reviewing right now?
Right now, the case against black, what is it, for black students in colleges?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The U.S. Supreme Court right now is reviewing whether or not racially conscious admissions in higher education are unconstitutional.
Yes,
and guess who is...
Affirmative action is getting repealed.
Yeah, that's old news, ain't it?
But it's like becoming like, like schools are getting in trouble behind it now. Type situation. Yeah.
Bringing the suit. Asians. But guess who's funding the suit? White people with connections to the 6 conservative justices on the United States Supreme Court bench. So, what they're saying is Asians are discriminated against on the basis of the personality aspect of the admissions process at Harvard and the University of North Carolina, among other universities, by subjecting Asians to that personality assessment, which includes personality, background, social economic status, culture, this, that, who you are, what you want to be. Asians are being penalized for their high test scores and grades. So what the Asians want and what the white folks who are funding...
I think I remember seeing this. There's a man and his son just started appealing that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that.
Yes.
Yeah, the Asians against something.
But mind you, they're using Asians as
they're the proxy.
Man. Yeah, but
they don't even know they're being used.
They don't. They think that they're, like
righteous cause.
And it's like that's not the case, because affirmative action is actually most applied to white women, the most out of every group, because they do.
You want to cool off that mic for a second? Because I think you just dropped some fire on it.
You feel me? But I was like, they actually are the #1 beneficiary of affirmative action. So that girl who was, she was suing. I don't know if it was in Texas or something, but she literally took it up to the Supreme Court. She was like, she got discriminated against because she was a white girl, and she thought that the black people who got into the school took up her space and da-da-da-da. And we're like, are you okay? You guys, if you didn't get in, that means you really were not qualified, because like, you had a higher chance of getting in than anybody. So you're just going to take that up with your genetics at that point, because I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. When I say genetics, I'm talking about like mentally, like, like brain-wise, like, you're intellectual. Mm-hmm. Don't take it as like, oh, I'm black, I think I'm better than these people. No. I'm talking about like, if your brain capacity cannot handle a certain level, then it can't. Your IQ is where it's at.
So do you believe in the duet concept of growth mindset versus closed mindset?
Yes.
Which one do you favor more?
I would say growth mindset.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Okay.
One thing the Asians want is they want the Supreme Court to say you cannot include race at all as a factor in higher education admissions. If they throw that out, if they say Harvard cannot use the personality assessment portion of the admissions process, the percentage of Asians that get accepted into PWIs goes up by 20%, and the percentage of black students will plummet by at least 50%. You know what that means? You are watching the gentrification of black children off off of the PWI campus. How is this relevant to Deion Sanders? The reason I'm so personally disappointed in Deion is I thought he was there for a movement, not for money. Meaning, Deion Sanders, the coach of Jackson State, I foresaw a situation where Deion would hire other coaches, other retired black NFL greats to coach other HBCUs. In doing so, you attract our top tier high school athletes to come to HBCU.
Maybe.
Stay with me.
Eddie George at Tennessee
Stay
State.
with me.
Shout
Stay
out
with
Charlemagne.
me. Football and back. You know, like I know, if you got top tier NFL greats coaching HBCUs, the athletes are coming just like they was coming for Deion.
Shout
He
out
showed you,
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne.
Deion,
He showed
Dr.
you.
Umar.
That's how he said shout out Charlemagne.
Famous people ever.
And his
I gotta
other
run
was
that back,
just as
see if he
great.
actually said it.
HBCUs, the athletes are coming just like
Maybe.
they was coming for Deion. He showed you, Charlemagne.
Deion, though.
He showed
Dr.
you.
Umar.
And his
showed
other
you,
one's
Charlemagne.
just
Deion's
as
one of the most
great.
famous people ever.
And his other one's just as great. So listen.
Eddie George at Tennessee State.
That's one person. We talking about a system, not an individual. So Deion and these other coaches bring all these athletes from high school to play football, basketball, so forth. The revenue of the HBCU goes up, Envy. As a result of the revenue going up, Charlemagne, the schools got
Sponsorship.
more money. They don't have to subject themselves to
Endorsements.
closure. They don't have to subject
Government
themselves to being
grants.
dependent on white money. You got HBCUs at risk of being closed. I read something
games,
that said
better
almost a
results,
half of them.
better
A
families.
half may not survive the decade.
Better off,
So this was
bottom
bigger
line.
than football. This was about the survival of the HBCU.
It's bigger than Deion,
especially
though, Dr. Umar.
no,
Yes,
no,
it is. I think
no.
we-
Stop trying
you
to.
bla- you're blaming
stop
an
trying
individual.
To,
No, you're
stop trying to give
you're-
celebrities a pass,
but
Charlemagne.
you're blaming an individual
I'm not
instead of
blaming
talking about
him.
the issue.
I'm blaming black men for not being men.
But you know what?
I'm blaming us for
Listen.
not being men. That was an unmanly move.
Can you admit one thing?
Deion could have went down in history, brother.
Are HBCUs chronically underfunded?
Of course.
Were they chronically underfunded before Deion?
Yes.
Yes.
Would they be chronically underfunded after Deion?
Yes.
Absolutely.
What are those reasons that they're chronically underfunded?
We don't get
Because
back.
we as black men have not come together to create the funding source to make sure they survive. I don't want to hear about the government. We have too many wealthy blacks.
That's one.
Y'all
Exactly.
interview them every
listen,
day.
I'm with you. So you got low
Alumni donors.
low alumni donors.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Low endowments.
Correct.
That's a us problem.
He part of us. Why you keep exhibiting celebrities?
He's one
They're
person.
not better than us.
He's one person.
Okay, but the point is that one man could have been a catalyst for a movement that
Yeah.
would revolutionize the survival of HBCUs.
He switched up his position. He fucked up. He got tricked out of his position. That's what happened.
But if Frederick Douglass would have pulled out, it would have hurt it. The Underground Railroad wasn't just about Harriet, but if she would have pulled out, it would have failed.
So what was the
Civil Rights
HBCU
Movement wasn't
before
just about
Deion?
King.
Before Deion 3 years ago, what was
They
the
were
HBCU
struggling, and he could have helped save it. And for him to pull out of Jackson State the way that he did it,
Charlemagne act like he don't understand.
He really does, and he knows full well what the fuck's going on.
he chose money over the movement, Charlemagne, and celebrities do it all the time, and y'all want to give him a pass. Nobody get no pass.
That's
I don't
very
care
unfair
who
to say.
Deion Sanders is. He had a chance to help, and he hurt, and y'all want to condone that because you black celebrities are not committed to the best interests of black
Well, let
people.
me ask you a question.
More
Let me ask you a
Tell
question.
him,
When
Dr.
Deion
Umar.
was coaching,
Let him know.
Someone get that man a fucking fire extinguisher because that mic is hot.
Okay.
Seriously. 3-alarm fire. Right there.
3-alarm fire.
I think it's three is the highest, right? Or is it 5-alarm?
I don't know.
I know there's like 5-alarm chili, but
I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
No, but it's like, I was with Umar, then it dipped hard. Like it dipped hard when he said the whole Deion thing. It didn't matter. Like it didn't matter. He still made an impact by just going there. That's a big plus.
Yes.
Because he didn't have to.
He didn't have to.
At all. We wouldn't even have this conversation.
True. If had
Period.
not been there.
But when you let him finish out his thought, it's like,
It's making sense.
but that's the thing, is Deion, clearly, according to Umar, Deion's mindset wasn't in that realm of strategic thinking of
No.
like how your positioning on the grand chessboard is going to be a pivotal role, whether you actively stay there or you passively stay there, but the matter of fact is you stayed there. And then just because of your name alone, because of what you've done in your past to get the notoriety that you got, notoriety, right? That's the right renown. Renown's probably better. Renown. It could have brought the gravitas. The gravitas of it is just great. That's yeah. I get where Umar's coming from, and I have to concur.
Okay. Good.
Anything?
I agree because he has, again, this whole interview, he's been spinning nothing but facts. I've agreed with most of what he said throughout this entire interview. So it's just it's a continuation of that. Everything he's saying is facts. Dion did have an opportunity to make a huge difference. And I feel like that's the problem with our community in this country, is it's always money over movement or money over...
It's capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism is the root. And when they say money is the root of all evil, we are shown that every turn by all these celebrities.
And let's make no bones about it. We're here to make money too.
Right.
We're not going to sit here and lie to you.
Right.
Of course we want your support because we want to do bigger things with this platform.
But we want to actually do things with them. The thing about these celebrities is they just are hoarding the money, but they're not doing anything with it. Like, I actually have plans. Like, I want to do shit with the money that I get.
But best not say them now.
I'm not saying anything, but I just know that Black Bahni Bay has some things up her sleeve, okay?
And Agent Clyde's packing the heat.
Okay?
Anyways, with that being said, let's carry on because there's only a few more minutes left.
Like
and the next thing is I think we should do a little more history on HBCUs.
Yeah, actually, that'd be great.
From what I recall, a lot of them are not even Black owned anymore.
Really?
Some of their boards are like of non-melanated descent, or that might be the NCAA. It might be the NCAA.
We got some research to do.
But yeah,
research.
Moving on.
All right.
High school kids for several years. You know, when he
we
was...
ain't talking about that. We're talking about survival of HBCU.
I'm going to get there. When he was coaching high school kids for several years, you know, black kids, when he was opening up Prime Prep Academy, that got closed down because they had financial issues. When he went to Jackson State for $1.2 million for 4 years and said, you know what?
Y'all didn't even stay for 4 years.
But listen, y'all take half this salary and go build a better go build a better facility for students, and he got to pay back $300,000.
And after all that, I'm still going to leave Jackson State for a super white college that got a 1.6 black student.
But you ain't let me finish my point.
Rate. No, wait. 1.6 black students, which means the only blacks on that campus are the athletes, and you're going to tell me that that's a step up? You sold us out for money, bro.
How can you say it's about money when when his track record shows
he stayed for 3 years? That was no commitment. His track record shows that if white people give me the money, I'll turn my back on the HBCU system. What are you talking about? That's what he did.
I disagree.
That's what he did, Charlemagne.
Come on.
Charlemagne, come on. Sometimes some of what Charlemagne says be true. Not in this interview. Nothing he said in this interview has been like, Charlemagne, what the fuck you doing?
He's gatekeeping.
He's
gatekeeping.
This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. Like, he acts like he has no common sense. But look, if you look in the background, if you look in the background, right, and you see he has 2 books, right? Black Privilege and Shook One. He knows what the fuck is up.
So he's just a hypocrite.
It's not like he doesn't know. That's the thing. It'd be different if he doesn't know, but he knows. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have Dr. Umar Johnson on your platform. He knows. Come on. And he's arguing with him.
Man, if he would have stayed there, if Dion would have stayed there, like I said, he could have brought other black coaches in, former NFL greats. They would have raised the revenue of the HBCU, which is so critical now. Why? Because the Asians are being financed by white folks to kick what little blacks are left on the PWI campus off. So that means the critical importance of the HBCU is greater now than it's ever been. So for Dion to pull this right now makes it even worse because you're leaving the HBCU system when you had a chance to say, stop trying to exempt black celebrities from accountability to the race. Celebrities are not above accountability. Stop, Charlemagne.
So how many lashes for Dion?
50,000 lashes for Dion.
No. Shut up. More important question. How much you No. How much you going to donate to an HBCU today?
I'm building 2 independent schools. The first in its history.
No doubt, but those aren't HBCUs.
Whoa.
If you're going to be that passionate about HBCUs, how much you going to donate to an HBCU
Let me
today?
answer your question. May I?
Yes.
First of all, I'm not a multi-millionaire. Second of all,
why you got to be a multi-millionaire?
Can I finish my question? Can I finish my question? I donate to HBCUs on a regular basis.
Okay.
I do. But my point is, I'm focused on destroying the school-to-prison pipeline. I'm building 2 independent schools.
And
from the ground.
I applaud you for that.
Black money. Nobody you've interviewed in this studio ever is doing that. Not one of them.
I'm sorry, did that ever have an echo? Did it ring?
It did.
I felt like that rang.
It did.
You gotta run that back.
I do. But my point is, I'm focused on destroying the school-to-prison pipeline. I'm building 2 independent schools from the ground.
I applaud you for that.
Black money. Nobody you've interviewed in this studio ever is doing that. Not one of them. You understand me? So I'm doing my part, and that's why I can expect Deion Sanders to do his part. And that's why lashes also go to Shannon Sharp. Because Shannon Sharp on national television said he didn't even want to go to a HBCU. He wanted to go to a PWI. And every time celebrities try to do something good, black people want to beat them up. I beg your pardon, Shannon Sharp. I know that you don't date black women. You have no loyalty to black women. Now you want to tell the world you have no loyalty to the HBCU. If you didn't want to go to Savannah State, you keep that to yourself, you Negropean. You don't tell the whole world that you didn't want to go to a HBCU and then try to chide the black community for asking Deion Sanders to have a little commitment.
With all that said, Dr. Umar, what do we do for HBCUs moving forward? Because Deion gone, but HBCUs going to still be here.
I just told you, black celebrities have to come together, stop buying chains, stop going to clubs and strip joints, stop with all the expensive clothing, stop cooning, and use some of this disposable income that we spend it on Christmas gifts right now and come up with a funding source. So many celebrities went to HBCUs. Why can't they be the catalyst of a black celebrity and grassroots, because we should be paying too, movement to finance this? I'm simply saying Deion could have been the face of that and was beginning to be, and he allowed himself to get bought out by a white university.
But he left the blueprint.
That's it. I don't want to hear about no blueprint.
He left the blueprint.
That's like Harriet Tubman saying, I'm not going to help you on the Underground Railroad. I'm going to lead a blueprint. Marcus Garvey, I'm not going to help you with the independence movement. I'm going to lead you the blueprint. That's cowardliness, man.
I'm not putting that all on Deion, because there's enough of us that can keep these programs sustained if we do what we're supposed to do.
Okay, but we can't do that with people running away like Deion Sanders. That was a cowardly move. He was wrong.
How many did you say Deion get?
50,000.
And how much for Shannon Sharp?
Shannon keep cooning. Shannon go get about Stephen A. getting about 50,000. Candace Owens needs about 250,000. She out there doing documentaries on Black Lives Matter, which is appropriate because they were wrong for misappropriating that money. But where's Candace Owens' documentary on the Brett Favre situation or the Jerry Jones situation? My disagreement with my sister is she's letting white folks finance her to embarrass her people publicly. No black person should.
That's a clip.
That right there, that's a soundbite. Take it and run.
That's a clip.
Okay.
Do that.
And also, I just want to tell you, Dr. Umar is going to be on my late night talk show this week. Hell of a week.
And we want to have a hell of a time. Envy, I want your listeners, please support the free black person should do that. And we're going to have a hell of a time. Envy, I want
on my late night talk show this week. Hell of a week.
And we're going to have a hell of a time. Envy, I want your listeners, please support the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
That's right.
Get on your Cash App, $FDMG School, $FDMG School. Get on your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, and make sure you subscribe to my video on demand site, www.drumar.tv, www.drumar.tv. Parents, stop getting your children tested for special ed. I'm going to say this and I'm done. In the post-COVID era, we're seeing a surge of black children be put in special ed. The schools are exploiting the miseducation that our children were subjected to during COVID when they were home learning on the laptop, okay? And they're now using these academic losses as a justification for special ed. So I'm telling every black mother and father out there, if the school asks you to get your child tested, you tell the school that the reason my child is behind grade level in reading or math is because they didn't get adequate instruction during COVID. They're not going to special ed. Get them a tutor from that Title I money. And if your child doesn't go to a Title I school, you dig in your pocket and you pay for a tutor. They don't need an IEP. They don't need special ed. They need a tutor. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Black celebrities must be held accountable.
Okay. Make sure you watch Dr. Umar tonight on Hell of a
Black
Week,
celebrities
11:30
must
p.m.
be held
on Comedy
accountable.
Central.
There you have
I
it.
always appreciate you, Dr. Umar.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, well.
We got to take our flick, right?
It's the
Let's do
we
it.
got to close it out, man. It's the Breakfast Club.
My
It's
bad.
Dr. Umar
It's the
Johnson,
Breakfast
ladies and
Club.
gentlemen.
The revolution don't stop.
All right, y'all. Well,
That was quite a ride.
that was.
That was quite the fucking ride.
We finally got here.
We're gonna do some history digging or some research digging on HBCUs.
That's actually gonna be the next video, I guess, right? Next couple videos. I'm not gonna promise it to be.
Well, it's not that. It's just like you ready to do some research like that.
We can put something together. Do a mini documentary style type of, for the people. For the people, right? Because we also produce original content as well. So it's not, we don't just do reactions, although reactions, got you here.
This is infotainment. What would you name it? Infotainment.
Infotainment. Yeah, it's already. I didn't name it. That's already a concept.
But I know how to do research. That's easy.
I know, right? Because I be asking him all the time, like, how do you fucking know this shit? How do you know this? He has a degree in it, honey. And I'm like, okay, but that's. If you went to school, you know the level of education it takes to get a degree. So,
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
With that being said, make sure you hit the like button, the comment square, and share this. Yeah. Oh, and subscribe. You know, that helps too.
Thank y'all. If you got this far to part 4, to the end of the video.
Kudos to you.
Kudos to you. And also, should we do something special for them for getting this far?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, well, still like, subscribe, support the channel, y'all. We're growing. We're new. We're growing. We'd love your support. We want to be able to continue.
I'm looking at you. Yeah, you, user.
Yeah, right there. You.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah,
I see you.
Yep.
I see you. You.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, we love your support. Share, you know, if you like these type of videos, let us know. We will be coming up with that HBCU research, I guess.
We're just going to find out which ones are in California and see what their board looks like.
I don't think there are any in California. I've done enough research to know that much.
That's not a good look already.
It's all, yeah. No. They're usually in the South.
Well, like I said, my prediction is that either the HBCUs are either predominantly not black people, or their boards are not, or it was NCAA that's actually like that.
I mean, I guess we're going to find out, and we're going to give you guys that info once we find it.
Yeah. Back
on this channel. So,
well, since we're recording this, let's do episodic. Then I'll put a compilation together to make it a full documentary. So it'd be like a daily episode thing.
Okay, like a little tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, y'all, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Later, Rose.